Hello, how are you all doing today now? Welcome to my new video. Today I want to continue my DVD collection video with the Patrick Troughton years. So without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy. So today we move on to my favourite Doctor of all time, and that is Patrick Troughton's second Doctor. So let's start with the first one we have, which is The Highlanders. Now, this is the Target novelisation, and unfortunately I do not own the audio CD, as I might buy it. I might buy it when I finish the DVD collection, which won't be long now, so that will be the first one on my list to buy. Next we have The Underwater Menace, an episode I love. It's one of the episodes people normally hate, but I have such a love for that episode, as I also have the audio CD to that for episode 1 and 4, so that shows my love for that episode. We have The Moonbase, a fantastic Cyberman story, very eerie, and I can't recommend it more. We have The Faceless Ones next. Now, this is the final story with Ben and Polly, and it is a very good story for them. I think the ending gets a bit disappointing, as they don't really have an ending as emotional as climactic, as all they say is, well, we're out of time now, Doctor, let's leave then. So it's an okay ending, not a great one. The story is good, but I sort of expected a better episode for Ben and Polly's finale in Doctor Who. We have The Tomb of the Cybermen here. Now, this is a great episode, and I'm so happy this was found back in the 90s. Fantastic Cyberman story, all 4 parts are there. Creepy, eerie, some of the best designs of all time. I can't recommend it more. And after we have The Abominable Snowman. Now, this is the audio CD, and it is such a good episode because I love the whole setting they used, as in part 2 that has currently survived. We get to see that in use. The characters are fantastic, the monster is great, and the Yeti are actually scary. And we have The Ice Warriors there. Now, that is again a lost story with 2 episodes of it animated. Now, this story is a good story. It's not my favourite. I like it, I can watch it, but I just think its pacing is not very good at all, and I really think The Seeds of Doom is a better Ice Warriors story for the second Doctor. But I'll get onto that one and move on to that DVD. Now we have The Enemy of the World next. So that is a brand new DVD that was originally found 3 years ago, and all 6 episodes have been found, and that's a massive step forward from saying it was one of the most missing episodes of all time. So I'm so happy it's found. It's such a great James Bond-esque Doctor without John Pertwee's Doctor, and I can't recommend it even more. Now we have The Web of Fear next, and again, that story is a great episode as well. I really think the London Underground suits perfectly, and it's another Yeti episode, so I'm going to love this episode. And Professor Travis returns for great intelligence. We have The Dominators now. That is a story where I watch it, it's good, it's enjoyable, but I can see why people don't like it. It's one of them stories where they say that is the downfall for Patrick Troughton's era, or the bad episode in his era. And I admit it's not great, but the villains are evil, which can be a good thing sometimes, and that's something about it, I suppose. So let's move on to a more positive episode. We have The Mind Robber. Now, that is a great episode altogether. Very mind-boggling, very trippy like you're high, especially end of part 1 when the TARDIS explodes. But I love this episode, I love the whole fairy tale twist to it, and it's probably one of my favourite second Doctor stories of all time. Now we have The Invasion. That is a fantastic Cyberman story, 8 parts long, and it's a classic. Full classic Cyberman story, some great characters such as Vaughn, and the Cybermen are great in this. They are scary, and the scenes of them in the tunnels, especially the crazy Cybermen running towards main characters, that is fantastic. So I love that episode, and I even own the Target novelisation. That is how much I love that episode. We have The Crotons next. Now that is an okay episode. I find the setting to be nice, as the first ever episode, seeing them in this actual place is really nice, quite a vintage thing to see, as back then in the 60s these early Doctor years never really had an outdoor area, as most of it was just backgrounds, but it was a good episode. The Troughtons as a villain, it was okay. The characters are alright, but it's not my favourite story, to be honest. So let's go to another positive start for Seeds of Death. That is one of my favourite Ice Warrior stories of all time. I love the fact that the Ice Warriors and the POV shots they have in these first ever episodes, they are creepy, they actually kill people, and it is just a terrifying episode, and the claustrophobic space in the majority of these episodes is absolutely fantastic. And I can't recommend that episode anymore, as it's an actual complete story. But we're going to move on now to the Space Pirates. Now, I've made this cover myself, not very well of course, since it's off a massive box I had, but what I did is I'd taken it off and put in the back of there and put the Space Pirates right there, which I'm going to have to move back. But I like that story. It's a great side character story, as the Doctor and his companions are more of a side character in this episode, and I like the fact that they kept relying on these characters, and I thought the characters in the story were great. The Space Pirates are good, but as I said, it's a missing episode with only episode 2 existing, and unfortunately episode 2 is only them in one of these cargo things, so it's a bit disappointing. But it's a very good episode to listen to, and I really want this episode to either be animated or found. Next we have the War Games. Now, this episode is a massive epic ending for the second Doctor, one of my favourite regeneration stories of all time, 10 parts long, and it's got one of the best plots in Doctor Who history. I have to say, these different time zones and the fact that a fellow Time Lord is working with these people makes it even better, and the ending so much better, as that is the first time the Time Lords were ever spoken about in Doctor Who. So I really hope you enjoyed that second Doctor DVD collection slash CD collection slash Target book collection, because I really do enjoy making these videos. Now, I know I don't have every audio CD there. As I said, maybe I'm going to buy these audio CDs when I finish the collection, which is not going to be longer now. So I'm hoping to buy Evil of the Daleks and The Power of the Daleks on DVD when it gets released. So wait for that. The next one will be John Pertwee's third Doctor DVD collection. Now, I love his Doctor, so I'm going to love making that one as well. So thank you very much for watching. You are all amazing for watching my videos. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all later. See ya.